All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We have 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern time, so that means we're doing live commentary for the next hour and a half into the market close and going into power hour. So let's take a look at what happened while we were gone. The indices basically pulled back a little bit. We still have the Dow is up, but barely. The Dow was up 18 points to 33,033, off of its high of the day, which was 32,928. So 32,928, a little bit off of its 52-week high. So definitely pulling back here after the lunchtime hour, and the Wall Street crew is back at their desks over in New York. We have the NASDAQ, which is down quite a bit now, 277 points. And the S&P is pulled back further. So again, if you were with us yesterday, you know that I took some short positions. Again, tech getting hammered here. So I took some short positions. I took 1,000 shares of the SQQQ. Excuse me. And I want to move the QQQs up here too, just so that you can see the difference. And let me save chart. Boom. 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 Come on. Okay. All right. And let me save that. Okay. So I took, so if you're bullish on the S&P 500, you can do the SPX, but you can basically take the QQQs on the NASDAQ. And I tend to take the opposite position of that. So what I did yesterday was I bought the SQQQs. And I bought the SQQQs at 1363, and this was before Chairman Powell came up. By the way, Cherry Vanilla Coke, not sponsored, but good stuff. Cherry Vanilla Coke. I took a position that basically was opposite of what the Fed chairman was talking about. And I got hammered in the afternoon. The S&P went like this, and my SQQQs went down to 1256 or something like that. What did it drop to yesterday? 1276. But I had faith that my strategy was correct, and that's paying off today. So the if I take a look at the positions here, let's see. This one should be down here a little lower. And let me lower that. All right, sorry about the noise. That's an alert for USO. I'm thinking about going back in the USO, and if it hit 40, so it's approaching my range. So my SQQQs today, I'm up 7% on the position, and I'm up 58% on the option. So I took, which is about, I'm up $6,600 altogether. But altogether, total P&L, I'm up about $2,000 because I did drop yesterday about $4,000. So overall, since shorting the market yesterday, I'm up about $2,000, and that's with a buy of about $27,000. So I put about $27,000 to work for me in the SQQQs, which is shorting the NASDAQ, and I got 1,000 shares at $13.65 on the SQQQs, and then I bought 100. I originally bought 100 contracts, 100 calls for the April 16th expiration at $15, and then the Chairman Powell came out. S&P went this, SQQQs went down. I lowered my costs and averaged down, and I picked up 50 more call options for April 16th. So if I'm ever averaging down, I won't double my position. I'll take half and see how it goes, because if it drops further, then I'll get the other half at a lower price and lower my overall cost down to where my halfway point was. But I felt pretty comfortable with it, and that's paid off so far today because of the NASDAQ pullback. So we're down, we're down. Pardon me. The NASDAQ is down 2.31%, and my SQQQs are up 7.5%. So it's basically leveraged. The SQQQs will leverage the NASDAQ. And looking at the 3-minute, definitely on a buy here at this 13. pretty much where I bought it yesterday, 1365. That's exactly where I bought it yesterday. It's exactly where it put the buy signal today on the SQQQs. And I don't think we're done yet. I can't find any good news in the market. I don't think there is any. So taking a look at the overall market, oil drops by the most since 2020 as dollar rises and vaccine rollout stalls. Turkey's daily COVID cases go up. If I look at top news, let's see here. EU's drug regulator backs safe and effective AstraZeneca vaccine. Then why are 19 countries banning it? U.S. weekly jobs claims increase. Again, same stuff. Bond market. We'll go into yields here. Let's take a look at what happened since this morning. The yields are back up again, but a little bit of a trading channel. I think they were up 8.6 cents when we left, and now they're up 8.7 on the 10-year Treasury to 1.733, and we're up 5.4 cents to interest rate of 2.48 on the 30-year Treasury, the yield. So with that, and then you've got a rising dollar. And that's not good for the stock market. So my short position is paying off right now. And again, if you ever want to go short the market, I talked about this earlier in the week, that if I went to cash and I went to reverse, the way I would reverse is the SQQQ shorts. And that's what I did. Sold all my USO except for 2 leaps that are out to January 2022. And got rid of all my Ford with the exception of 250 shares so I can buy a Ford Mach-E later this summer after they work some of the bugs out. I got rid of my NVIDIA call options that were going to expire worthless, and I protected about $2,300 on that. This alert up here, I think we can delete that, remove that alert because I no longer have that. I want to go into oil, so oil's getting hit pretty good here. And again, I sold 100% of my oil, and my USO. Where did I sell that at? We gotta go into my other account. What was it? 40. What did I get out of my USO at? See, once it's gone. Oops. Oh, no wonder I can't see it. It's all the way over here. Duh. 43.93. Where's the rest of them at? There's all my Fords. Yeah, 43.93. So 43.93. So if you could take 40.65 divided into 43.93. Oops. So I protected and kept 8% of my profits by selling all my USO. Didn't want to do it, but as yields go up, oil's going to take a temporary pullback. Now, what I did was I set an alert at 40.77. It actually hit that alert, and now I've got to decide if I'm going to place another alert for something lower. But we've had some good things happen in the market as far as AMC trading back down, but it's still up on the day, so still up 2.8%. Again, wherever it closes today doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. It's what happens tomorrow is going to be key on U.S. oil. Whalen81, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again, my friend. If you missed some of the excitement from the other day, I basically threw all my positions in cash, with the exception of some Ford and some NMTR. I got rid of my Microsoft calls at a profit. I sold all my Ford with the exception of 250 shares at a profit. Sold all my U.S. oil for now. I'm looking to buy back into it. And I shorted the market at the SQQQs. I picked up 1,000 shares at 1363. And then I purchased 150 call options with a $15 strike price out to April 16th. So this is a short. So if you're buying the triple Qs, you'll see the triple Qs are down 2%. The SQQQs, which is the opposite of that, it's a short position. So it's the inverse. So as the S&P goes down and the VIX goes up, the SQQQs go up in value as well. So I'm making bank on that right now. Today I'm up. I was up 10,000 in the morning. I'm up right about $9,100 overall on the day. So be careful with these. If you decide to follow my positions, don't do it. Not financial or tax advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you do any of the things that I'm doing by shadow trading me, you're going to lose your shirt. Except for yesterday, you would have lost your shirt in the afternoon. But here's the example. I bought the SQQQs yesterday, and this is a teaching moment. I bought the SQQQs yesterday before the FOMC meeting. I was looking at levels, couldn't get to 1350. I FOMO'd out, and I bought at 1363 or 1365. I think might have been right around here, because it was trading up, and I was like, okay, this is it. It's going to go back up above 1377. This is it. It's going to be a winner chicken dinner. I bought in. I bought 100 calls, and I bought 1,000 shares. And then it dropped, and then it went up, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm right. Drop, went up, okay, I'm right. Drop, uh-oh, Chairman Powell's coming on. Slam. The S&P rose. I got clobbered. I did not buy more 1276. Somewhere downstream here, I added 50 more calls. I think it was right around here. I added 50 more calls. I did not catch the bottom. I did not double down on the bottom because of retard emotional sentiment told me that people are going to keep buying the S&P and they're going to FOMO in at the top, thinking everything's going to keep mooning, and it didn't. So my DD was correct from the standpoint of the market pulling back. And again, I'm looking at the S&P. When I decided to possibly take a short position earlier this week in the SQQQs, what I was really looking at was I was looking at the 1 hour and the lines I had drawn on the S&P 500. And I said, okay, if the S&P, let me go to 4 hour here, sorry. There we go. I can make it bigger. If the S&P pulls back, what could it potentially pull back to? And let me do this just a little bit so I can pull it over here so we can see it. And I said, okay, this is where I started my DD on it. If it pulls back, it might pull back 7% or so down to 37.21. It might blow right through that. We do have old resistance up here at that level that turned into new support. So that's a good sign with about a 7% pullback. But if it blows through that, I don't think we can hold the 9%. And then we're looking at about 20% retest on the S&P all the way down to 32.17. So that would represent from right now about an 18% drop. So we've already dropped 2% over what I thought we would be at. And so I went short on the market because, again, I don't care what the market's at. I'm looking at what it's going to do. I'm going to take emotion, and when there's blood in the streets, I'm going to buy. So I still have a nice hefty cash position available to do buys, but I'm absolutely yields are going up. Bonds are going up, the dollar's going up, everybody's ignoring inflation. The Federal Reserve Chairman, I think, basically was not completely honest. He wouldn't answer the question yesterday about unemployment and what it would do. And he talked about, well, you know, we kept people in jobs and that's all good and everything else. And you got Yellen over there at the Treasury. Yellen is going to print the money, give it to the banksters. The bankers are going to take that money, they're going to lend it out, and then they're going to take those assets, and the Fed is going to buy the assets and carry them on its balance sheet. The problem is the banks aren't lending. The banks are not lending. So if you don't have the banks lending the money, what's going to happen? You have the bond yields are starting to go up. You have the treasuries going up that have been going up. You have gas and oil prices going up. That's going to equal inflation. Rising interest rates is going to bring in inflation, and that spells a downturn for the market. I've been a complete bull most of my life, but short term, I'm going to take the money where I can get it. And right now, the money is telling me that it's in the SQQQs, and I could be wrong, and we could reverse and turn around and go bullish again. But I don't think that that's, my bottom on this was 11. This thing tanked down to 1176. So 1176. So my downside is about 14%. But this trend here from about February 9th or February 16th or so, when did it bottom? I don't know. Somewhere in here, right around the 16th of February when the SQQQs bottomed. And then this is volatility. This is faith. All these green signals here are people thinking the market is going to go south. Okay. when they're buying the SQQQs, guys like me, and if you look at yesterday, the smart money on 17th or the 15th, the smart money was selling. They're selling. Then yesterday, a little bit of a buy, slightly above the sellers, and I was thinking all afternoon I was wrong, and I could still be wrong. I could still be 100% wrong, and this thing could tank, and I'll lose money and might have to exit at a loss. But you have buyers coming in today. The damn thing's up 7.6%, up to $14 a share, and I'm in at $13.65, and I'm pretty happy with that play. AMC is pulled back. Let's go into GameStop first. GameStop again. I think this is shaping up for 200. Let's go to the 3-minute, or let's go to the 5-minute. Sorry. Oh, what's wrong? Y'all can't read that chart? Little thing down here at the bottom on Trading View, auto. Boom. There we go. All fixed. All right. So looking at GameStop again, inflows or outflows continuing to come out of GameStop. And that money, looking at the volume, now we looked at the volume before we left. Now we've got an hour left until the market closes, an hour and 12 minutes, and we're at 8.97. I called this earlier. 8.97 million into 58.27. GameStop has traded 15% of its volume today. That's it. 15% of its average 10-day volume is what it's traded today. Now take AMC, which is up almost 3%. Slight pullback off of its highs, shaping up for the battle tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's going to be 14 yet or 15. We'll see. But looking at the volume, we're at 99. I think I said about 100 to 110 earlier this morning, divided in 152. We're at 65% of the volume on AMC. So the smart money has left GameStop. I talked about that earlier this week. And it's nothing against GameStop. It's nothing, but what you're going to get out of me out of this channel is you're going to get my honest opinion of what's going on with the markets, where the money is flowing. I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to take select positions that I own and look at them short-term, long-term. And even I told you guys on Monday, if you're here in the chat, and I talked about, hey, if I go all cash, I'll let you know probably after I do it. And I let you know after I did it. And then I went into I reversed the position with the SQQQs, and then yesterday it blew up on me in the afternoon after the Fed came out, and now reality is setting in, I think. So like I said, I don't mind if a market goes down. I don't mind if a market corrects. I just want to be on the right side of it when it happens. So looking at the S&P, let's take it out to a 30-minute, and here's the low on the 4th. Could we, what is this going to drop to? Where's its next level at? If we're at 39.38 right now, and this is a 30-minute chart I'm looking at if you're playing along at home, 39.23, 39.20s. Will it take these old? Can we go back to February and take the old resistance levels and say that's now support, or is our support really down here? My smooth ape brain tells me support's down here, and we may not hold this. So be careful if we come down to this level, and then it swings up just a little bit. Don't get caught in a bull trap, and then it slams down. That's my fear for anybody that's playing the S&P. Now I could be 100% wrong. It could drop down to this 39.12 level, 39.10. You have a psychological emotional level at 3900. Okay, so if you take 36 divided into 3900, that is only 1%. So if you drop another 1%, you're at a psychological level of 3900. I could be wrong, and it could bounce off of that and head back up and do its next ladder up. The trend would suggest that that's what should happen. That's what should happen with the S&P. That's why people were bullish yesterday afternoon, all during the Fed meeting, and they were buying that stuff. And we'll see who turns out to be right on it. But I've been wrong before, and I will certainly be wrong again. But but in rising yields go up and the dollar's going up, money's got to come from somewhere. These are my fruit snacks. Look like that. And they're the Welch's, I think. The Welch's, whatever the ones Amazon sells. All right, so let's look at the battle here. Couple other things. Palantir. I am looking at Palantir again. It's below the level that it usually dumps down to, which is 25. But until the next intermediate term play on the market is made and we get some good news, I'm not interested in going into it. Rocket, I'm done with Rocket for now. Same thing. In a rising interest rate field, that means Rocket, unfortunately, cannot get any more refinances. Refinancing is done. And if refinancing is done, then all those folks that are in that mortgage business are going to be looking for jobs. Just the same simple truth, okay? Because of immigration increasing and more people coming, that's going to actually create somewhat of a housing start boom. The problem with that is you have lumber prices are up, what, 300%? And so the cost to build those homes has gone up. That will drive the real estate market further. I know my Zillow report says I'm looking at 12% on my house. Well, if I'm looking to sell my house at 635 and I had 12% into that, they're saying that my house in a year is going to be worth $711,000. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy that in 5 years my house doubled in 5 years, and I'll make $371,000 on it. I just can't see it, not yet. But there's no houses for sale where I live, so there is that. So Rocket, I would stay away from. Tesla, this is right where I sold Tesla at. I made a nice chunk of change on it. But again, I missed it all the way up to 900. So I would not be buying Tesla here either. Looking at the low, yeah. Its next step down is 550s on Tesla. Let me go out to 1 hour. Hold on. Yeah, 550s range as we get into power hour here. Yeah, Ford is down 9 meters. I still have those options. How much could I sell them for? I think I'm gonna close them. Take a couple $100 versus nothing. What will they give me for it? I can make $125 on it. Nah, I think I'll leave it for now. I'll just donate that. So I donated on 9 meters. I had the $2 call options for this for tomorrow, and I'll end up losing like $1,400 on it. The stock itself, I'm only down because my average price is $1.85, so I'm only down $500 on the shares. I own 5,000 shares of this one, so I put about 9,200 into it. It's worth about $87.50 now. So a couple of my losses I still held on to. My Ford calls for April 16th at $14. I still have those. Put 2,000 into it, so I'm down about $500 on that. I'm going to keep that for at least very, very short term. And sold my NVIDIA calls and the SQQQs and the AMCs. So my SQQQ option is now up 63% since I bought it. Let me see something here. What time did I buy that at? Yeah, that was yesterday. So in one day, my options that I paid $13,800 for are now worth $15,750. I'm up $6,000 on it, up 61%. The SQQQ's the 1,000 shares I bought, I'm up 7.54%. So what that says is I'm an idiot. I should have taken that same $13,000 and bought 300 options on the SQQQs instead. And again, $14. That's good. Where are we at on the volatility? 20.9. So we've jumped the shark here. We've gone up on the VIX since yesterday's low, almost 2 points. Almost 2 points. It was like 19 something or other, or 18. I thought it got down to 18. I don't know, something like that. Oil down, so we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average here at the top of the hour is up 11.6 points to 33,026. We have the NASDAQ, the NASDAQ Composite Index, and that is down 310. And we have the S&P, which is about 2.2%, and the S&P is down just about 1%. So that's where we're at on that. S&P 500 heat map. Again, a lot of red in tech. Tech getting killed today. And again, I'm looking for these numbers overall to drop initially about 7%. So a lot of them got almost 3% today at 2.4% if we look at the NASDAQ Composite. And we're looking at 2.28%. And I thought, well, if it hits the bottom, it's going to drop about 7%. At least on the S&P 500, you can extrapolate that over to my triple Qs. Okay. Again, 10-year. Now the 10-year has pulled back a little bit. It was up about 10 cents. I don't have pivots on this one. $1.75. Oh, there we go. 1.754 is what it got up to today. That's right here. So 1.754. So it got up to about 10 cents increase in the yield. 30-year Treasury 2.477 up 5.3 cents. So about 2% up. About 2% up on the 30-year. But here's the problem: almost 5% on the 10-year. So think more near term. What do people think is going to happen? AMD down, Boeing flipped. Boeing was up on the day. They were up to 267. Yeah, 267 or so. Yeah, 267.37 is the high today. 259. 259 divided into 267 equals -1. So about a 3% drop off of its high, and now it's down 1.57. Chevron down $3 or down almost 2.79%. GM now down. AMD now down to 78. Wow. Intel down 2.4%. Iterum, which I got out of. KMPH Pharma, I don't own that anymore. Microsoft down 2.5% on Microsoft. Oshkosh, bright spot for them. They're up a little bit. Roblox, just getting hammered. 8% drop, down to $70.43. So, depending if you participated in this one or not, got up to 79.10. Significant pullback off of that. 9 divided by 70. So about a 12.5% decrease off of its high after it came public last week. And then USO, I removed my alert, so I'm just going to watch this. I don't have any orders to buy this back yet. I want to. Here's my line. I said it. I drew this earlier, remember? I said if it breaks through here, it's going down to 40, and it went in. I set my alert at 40.77, I think, is where it went, and it hit that alert and continued down. So that's pretty interesting. We have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down to 58,135, and Ethereum dropped down to 1790. And then precious metals, we had mix. Silver down 22 cents, but staying above 26. Platinum staying above, or let's look at this. This is a troy ounce. This is silver, so this is physical metal. Spot price 26.02. Platinum 12.17, up a little bit. Palladium, huge day for them, 26.81, and gold pulling back just a little bit, 0.1% or so, or a half of 1%. So no big deal there. Again, the battle lines, there aren't going to be any battles today, folks. I wouldn't expect either of these two to hold either 200 on GameStop. AMC, we'll see. We usually don't get any kind of pump into AMC until about 12:30 or so, or about a half hour before the market closes, and then people start deciding what they're going to do. So if the hedgies and the idiots on Wall Street start to drive this down significantly in the next half hour, then we'll see what happens. But we're on a steady decline off the highs for today, but that's okay. Again, we could be looking at $200 on GameStop for a level, and we could be looking at $14 as far as a level for AMC for tomorrow's close on quadruple witching. If you guys have another stock that you want me to take a look at, you can give me the name of the company or the symbol in the chat. I have one over there. What about PayPal and TTD? PayPal. Okay, so let's look at TTD first. Oh, TTD. Sorry. Wrong one. The trade desk. I don't know anything about them. Like the rest of the NASDAQ, it's just dropping like a rock. It's down almost 10%. I wouldn't touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. If I go out to a 15-minute and say, okay, where's my support level on this? You're looking at 561. So you're talking about this potential drop. Since we already broke through here, next stop down 670 if it can hold, but it didn't hold and retest other than that one time. So there's trouble there. You could potentially see another 25% drop, but your initial support level is now back down at the 660 level on the trade desk. The other one you asked about PayPal. Again, anything NASDAQ, you're talking to a guy that's actually short the market, short the NASDAQ right now. So we're down 4.2% on PayPal. This is a 15-minute chart that I'm looking at here. It's starting to break through its support level. It either has to hold this support level where the S&P is starting to dip right now and the VIX is going back up to 21.3. So we're 2 points higher on the VIX today. After Powell came out, in my opinion, was not exactly honest with what's going on. So as it breaks through these 239s, you're looking at 223. Let me go out further. Let me go to a 1 hour. And yeah, your saving grace is right here. $225. So that might be a spot to get back into. But again, that's going to be another... You're talking about another 6.75% decline possible as it goes back down, and PayPal looks at that. The saving grace on PayPal is just like Square, right? They're doing Bitcoin stuff now, but Bitcoin's going to pull back. I'm big. My Bitcoin, I have 15 of my crypto portfolio. 15% of it is in Bitcoin. 85% of it is into Ethereum. The only thing I care about Ethereum is I want it to kind of hold the 1800 level. If it drops again down to 1500 or so, I think 1550, I'll buy some more. I'll take some cash, I'll transfer it over to Coinbase, and I might do that anyway because I'm accumulating Ethereum, and that might come up. So on PayPal, I think that you've got some further downside risk here. They end up coming out and they're going to report on April 28th. There we go. April 28th. Again, you had this huge jump here, and their Bitcoin stuff is going to be good for them and Square, right? Same thing with Square. But you do have some risk. It's in decision mode time right now. It's deciding if it's going to keep this line of support and it's going to hold it. Okay. It already broke through what used to be resistance, and it took that resistance and said, yep, we're back to our January levels. We're done. We're not going to hold. So now what are we going back down to? An interim test of the 242s. However, I think there's probably a greater chance with the overall sentiment in the market changing to the downside, 225. So myself, I don't own any PayPal. I don't have any position in PayPal. I don't really follow them very closely. Australia's biggest lender to take on Afterpay and PayPal and buy now, pay later race. This is old stuff. Flutterwave teams up with PayPal and African payments. That could be good news. Opera hires PayPal and WeChat Pay veteran Alan Hugh as new executive vice president of its fintech arm. DeFi? Is that DeFi? DeFi? I don't know what that means. Digital payments firm SumUp borrows 750 million euros to fund growth. Okay. Some stuff on Sweden. Don't really see buy now, pay later offer to crowded Australia. Okay. So that could be well, but you know, Australia is a smaller market. So I don't know what's the population of Australia. We have 335 million or so people in the U.S. Canada, I think, has 34 million or something like that. Oops, I forgot to type in population. And Australia population, come on, really? Just give me the number. I hate having to click on something to get it because I'm going to get pop-ups. So you got 25 million people in Australia. So it's about the same population. They got a little bit less than Canada. So it's a decent-sized market. But in terms of the overall world, it's not it's fantastic news for the company. But I think that as the overall sentiment in the market changes, and you have the S&P driving down, you have the Nasdaq Composite Index driving down, and you look at everything else in their sector, and you've got Apple down 2.8. They're down more than Microsoft. Let's see here, Apple. Why is it trading on its own? Microsoft 2.4, Adobe down 2.34, and Apple's down 2.8. So, you know, PayPal down 4.6% right now on the day. I think there's probably a greater chance that. Thank you for the question, by the way. Appreciate it. If you like the content, do me a favor. If you're over on YouTube, hit that like button and give me a comment in the comment section outside the chat over there. It helps the algorithms find my stream. So on PayPal, I think 225 is probably a safer level if you're looking to get back in. But if it doesn't hold that level, then watch out below. Then you're looking at $210s. Then you're getting psychological to the 200 number. So if it doesn't hold the 220s, you're probably back to the 200 levels on PayPal. If you have profits in it, if I had profits in PayPal, I would have taken those profits the other day when I cleared out the rest of my accounts, with the exception of a few very select holdings. But if you're bagging it, if it's one of your bags, it depends. And hopefully you bought it for a long-term holding. You don't need the money for 20 years. If you don't need the money for 2 or 3 years at least, and it's not going to affect you and you don't need the money, as a long-term hold, it's going to be back up there. It's going to get back up into the 300s. So it topped out 52-week high of 309.14. So if it's a long-term hold, you're fine with it. Do you want to average down? Well, if you're going to average down to lower your cost basis because you bought higher, look at your levels. Look at your brokerage thing, program in a couple things, look at support. I have pivots so I can just go right to the numbers, and sometimes I'll draw a line if I'm doing a little quick DD on it, a little quick due diligence on it. But I think that there's some risk there. There's downside risk in the entire market right now, and I think that's going to be reflected in the overall Nasdaq, which is now down 2.39%, down 13,203. So we climbed back off the bottom. So it recovered a little bit from its low. Let's go back into 3 minutes. Oh, that was a week ago. Sorry. It continues its downslide, and there's no. I don't see a bottom to this. Where's the bottom? Where is the bottom? Okay, so if you look at what it's doing, emotional spot right now, this very second at 13,200. Right? Now it just broke it. So now we say, okay, emotional decision on the zeros. People love the zeros, right? So now we're at 13,198. Now your next stop down is 13,160s. And if it doesn't hold that, then you're looking at 13,011. So 13, call it somewhere around here. And you can look at another 1.37% decline to take us. Sorry, God darn it. I got these short-term ones up, and I don't want the short-term ones up. I'm sorry. I retrace what I said. 1,300 level is where we're at now. Its next stop down is 12,397. So 12,397, which we hit last week. Another 6.8%. So I've been saying 7 to 9% on the S&P. The NASDAQ is probably going to beat that and go down even more if it retests. And I think there's just a lot of risk there into those stocks. All right, so about 45 minutes left in the day. Again, I don't think GameStop. It looks like GameStop and AMC. We'll know in about 15 more minutes if you're going to see a little bit of a push to get GameStop back up above 200, which someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of the level I've been talking about with them all week. So I've been talking about 200 level for GameStop all week long, not knowing, and again, it might be too early to say that's where the battle line is going to be drawn for tomorrow, because we still have the power hour now. We still have the last 30 minutes of the market, last 45 minutes of the market. We have after hours today. We have pre-market early tomorrow morning. And then we have quadruple witching on the options. So quadruple witching on the options is definitely going to be interesting. So anybody that panics tomorrow, and here's the thing, by the way, again, looking for news, guess what comes out tomorrow? This is exciting. You guys are going to be floored. Are you ready for this? This is the biggest news you're going to see tomorrow in the entire market. When we're looking at numbers and we're talking about unemployment this week, retail sales, we talked about building permits and housing starts getting killed 10 and 11%. We talked about today the jobless claims going down to going up 70,000 additional. So 70,000 additional into 770. 9% miss on jobless claims. Okay. Are you ready for this as I scroll down? This is the big news for tomorrow. Get ready for this. You ready? There is no news scheduled tomorrow. So ask yourself this question with your current holdings and things you have profited. Okay. Long term, hold them. Short term, be prepared. I think that where's the good news? Where could the good news come from? Well, it's triple witching, and people they're just gonna throw everything they have into the market, and for their options and stuff, we already got the stimulus news. That's done. Theaters are opening. That's done. Relaxing regulations for California, as well as New York and Illinois, and even my state, Washington State. I was out last night. It's supposed to be 25%. I swear to you, Red Robin had about 65% capacity when I went out to dinner last night. So nobody's paying attention. So what other bad news can happen between now and, say, Monday morning, when those market makers got to go out and find my 3,000 shares of $4 options I bought on AMC? I cannot be more clear with this. COVID surge, EU flashes warning USA. It's happened the entire last year and a couple months. Infection spike in 14 states. That one doesn't freak me out because the last time we spiked like this. I haven't looked at it. Total guess. My guess is a spike in 14 states is probably like this. So before it was this, it's probably this. So you have a lot less people actually getting the infection. You have things to attack it now, and Regeneron and hydroxychloroquine and you have the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines. I'm not going anywhere near either of those two. I'm holding out for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I can go get a vaccine because I'm a veteran, even though my state won't let me do it. I can go to the VA as a veteran, and I can get my vaccine anytime I want. However, I don't want the Pfizer or the Moderna one, so I'm holding out for the J&J. Washington State says I still don't qualify. So if this stuff happens, and there's more stuff that comes out over the weekend, and if the Sunday morning talk shows, because the stimulus is over, and there's nothing for them to talk about, what is their go-to? What has been their go-to news story for the last year? It's right here. My guess is the Sunday morning news shows are going to have that on there. They're going to try and detract from immigration and the trouble that they're having at the border, having this influx of all these people coming in from other countries that want, let's face it, they want to better their lives, but we can't house 5 billion people. We cannot take 5 billion people into this country that live below the poverty line around the world and put them into our country and expect to do well. What about, can it catch TRGP? Can it catch the $39 target? Dude, I don't know. I'm just some guy on the internet. Let's take a look at it. TRGP. I don't own them. Can it catch 39? It's going to trade with the market. Initially, this is going to trade with the market. You have a decent support level where it's at right now. If you look at old resistance back here from early March, it dipped a little bit below. It wants to come back down here, right? It wants to come back down here. On a 3-minute, on my 3-minute, it's on an oversold. As a scalp, I would take it, but it's got to come back down to the 32, pretty much where it's at right now, 32.30. Let me go out to a 15-minute, and I'm trying to catch some support resistance lines here. It's right there, so it's knocking on the door at its support level. If it bounces off of there, maybe in a rising market. The problem is it's trading with the market. It's doing what the market's going to do. And if you have the Dow is now down, is in the red, is down 63 points. This stock right now is down 2.71%. Guess what the NASDAQ is down right now? 2.57%. So it will go where the NASDAQ goes. If I were to hit a comparable and say, okay, let's take a look at the NASDAQ index. Watch what happens when I click on the NASDAQ index. And I don't know anything about this company, by the way, but watch this. Somewhat familiar from the 16th. Down, back up, down, retest, down. Now let's look at it one more time. TRGP. If you're on a long-term hold for the company, down, retest, down, up, retest. Now it's back down again. Again, it's following the market. Let's see. Next earnings, May 6th. So here's what they're good at. They're good at forecasting. So whatever analysts are covering this country or covering this company, they got 1.18 million shares traded in a down market. Again, they're doing 1.118 divided into 1.797. So they're trading 62% of their average volume over 10 days. Market's got to flip. The problem is, so if you look at the bottom, Franco, if you look at the bottom of my screen, what those two charts are on the bottom, you don't necessarily have to know the numbers, but this is the S&P 500, and the bottom one is the VIX. It's the volatility. So I'm looking for spikes, and then because if the volatility spikes up, if it goes down, it'll go down quicker. If it goes up, it'll go up quicker, even as the S&P goes up. And this thing has been just absolutely killing it on the volatility since the pre-market really this morning. So I think that on Target Resources, I don't know anything about the company because I don't follow them. They got any news? All the way back to March 3rd, insiders buying. But if you're looking at March 3rd, Yeah, right where it's at right now. So they bought at the old support level, which is where the stock is at right now. That's what the insiders did back in March. Other than that, in their earnings back then, profit on higher revenue. I mean, it's a good quality company. I mean, I've heard of them. I just haven't done any due diligence on them, and I don't own the stock. So 39, probably not until the NASDAQ recovers. And you would need you know, you're asking it to go higher than it's gone in the last year. %, 14, 15%. Let me calculate instead of scrolling out. 32.46 into 39. You're asking, is it going to go up 17%? My own money, I wouldn't buy into that thing right now, hoping to get 39 out of it. Longer term, it's possible. Again, if it's a hold that you have, you know, 5-10 years out, anything can happen. What I'm telling you is that my gut tells me it's going to trade where the NASDAQ trades at. Even though it's on the New York Stock Exchange, it's performing like it's on the in the NASDAQ. What's surprising is that this has followed the index versus something like that I've made a lot of money on, which is this guy here. USO. I've made bank on this. So I've talked about oil. I still believe oil is going to go back up to $100 a barrel. It's pulled back because yields are going up and the dollar is improving. And as the dollar goes up, oil commodities prices go down. I sold all of my U.S. oil the other day, and I took my profits on it, and I made bank on that thing. I still have 2 long-term calls for a $57 target on USO out to January of 2022 at 57. And that bad boy right now, because it's back down here in my rest, is at 40.42. So 40.42 divided into 57. So I'm looking for a 29% run between now and next January in oil. That could possibly happen. But again, if you, earlier in the stream, and usually every day I go over this, and let me click on it. Gas prices, we were at 284.4, 288.4. So 288.4 is where we're at right now. California, and I don't know what part of the country you're in, but California's up to 387. Gas prices go up, inflation goes up, treasury yields go up, all your prices on food, delivery stuff, all that's going to be going up. That's going to push inflation. It's going to feed on itself as it rolls up, and then that will catch up. Saudi Arabia, and then all we need, if there's one more catalyst that happens in the Middle East, then oil's going to 100. One more catalyst. Now, what that catalyst is, could be unrest, could be another oil war. It could be that OPEC and everybody else and the oil producers said, hey, we took it into the backside over the last year on oil when it got driven down to whatever it was. What was Brent? What did Brent go down to? Let me find. Here we go. Brent daily. $15.98 a barrel. So it went from $15.98 a barrel back in April. I already forgot about that, but let's take a look at here. So since November, oil has already gone up 84%. I got my profits out of that on U.S. oil that entire time. So because of that, you know, I take profits when I can, and then I'll reverse positions when they make sense. So my reverse on my position is I bought the SQQQ shorts yesterday and posted it here in the stream. I'm in at 1365 on 1,000 shares. Those shares right now are up 8.6%. I bought 150 call options at $15 April 16th expiration, and those are up 77% in a day. So, you know, you guys you're going to get what I feel and what I believe on here. When I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. When I'm right, you'll see it in my positions, and that's that's got to get me over 10 for the day here. Hold on. All right, so we've got just about 30 minutes left, and I hope that answered, Franco, I hope that answered your question a little bit of how I look at things. What the heck, dude? I'm only up 8,500. I'm happy as a pig in over this week. I have, in the last 2 weeks, I'm up from 2 weeks ago about $40,000 from 2 weeks ago. Knowing what level my account was at and where it's at right now. So, I'm not right on everything. I don't need to be right on everything. I need to be right with a 2-to-1 ratio. For every 2 wins, I'll take the loss. My loss has to be half of at least of those wins. So on a dollar, I'm trying to get it to 2. If it's a loss, I only want to lose 50 cents. So it's a 2. I look for a 2-to-1 ratio. I only need to be correct. I think the last time I looked at my math, I think it was 39% of the time to be profitable. That's all I need. I have not taken a single trade today. Not a single trade. I'm trying to teach myself and get better and let my runners run. But again, yesterday I was down. My SQQQs, I was down $4,000, and I didn't kick myself. I didn't panic. I didn't say, Fed Chairman Pew Pew Powell's right and Crypto Sonar is wrong. I trusted my research. I trusted the numbers. I trust the yields. I trusted what I was reading on inflation, housing starts, building permits, treasury yields, the dollar currency, all of it. And then I took a position opposite to what the bulls were saying yesterday. So I'm going to leave my SQQQ short positions open over the weekend. Why? Instead of taking my profit, I could walk away right now with $3,200. I'm not going to do that because my call options are out till April 16th, and I still think we have more places to go. But I can't find any good news, and there's more risk of bad news coming out over the weekend. What if this article turns into everybody on the talk shows saying that when I think President Biden said we need 10 more days to, it used to be 2 weeks to flatten the curve a year ago, right? A year and a month ago. Now it's, 10 days for the next 2 weeks, and we may be, what did he say? He said we may be able to spend 4th of July with our families. Newsflash, I'm spending 4th of July with my family no matter what anybody says because I have rights. Okay, but if the Sunday morning talk shows go into this again, then Monday I could be wrong on this. If those of you think that I'm wrong, I'm absolutely full of crap. You can take an opposite position to me, and that would be a little thing called the QQQs, which are down 2.6% right now. And you can use that as an opportunity to get bullish on the overall market. My math tells me otherwise. Man, I wish I would have bought yesterday at 12.56. I did get 50 more calls, about halfway up, so that was good. All right, let's go back into GameStop. GameStop, $200 right on the button here, and down 4.6%. But on super low volume. This is the problem. They're going to have an issue tomorrow. You're at 10.4 million divided into 58.27. And they've only traded 18% of their volume today. They literally have hardly any institutional support behind the company for buys over the last month. And I think that's why we've seen the exodus from that 300 level back down to the 200. I think they're going to have major problems tomorrow holding that $200 level. I have no position in GameStop, so I have absolutely zero skin in the game. In my opinion, it's already separated from AMC. Don't follow my advice. I'll be 100% wrong. Don't follow my moves. You will lose 100% of your money. This is neither tax nor stock advice. Look at my rule down. Look at my rule that I have down here at the channel over here. Where's it at? Right there? No, down there. Below the chat box. AMC. You know, what a week. Over the last week. Look at GameStop over the last week. You say, well, how far is GameStop up over the last 5 trading days? It's not. It's down 22.78%. AMC over the last week is up 35%. So we've taken our entire what we lost on Monday or Tuesday, we've gained most of it back, but now it's struggling a little bit here. And you know, I think what I said in this morning's stream is you're going to have the hedge funds come in and everybody else that wants to drive it down. I don't think they're going to have enough juice to get it down to 13 or not. I don't believe that they will. Regardless, I still have 3,000 shares. I'm going to exercise and make them go buy my 3,000 shares at $4 if they haven't hedged them. If they hedge them, they'll be okay. Otherwise, on Monday morning, you know, I'll have 3,000 shares of AMC at a $4 strike price that expire tomorrow. So there's that stupid song again. That thing just bugs me, dude. I wonder if there's a way that I can disable that song from playing in a playlist. It's their playlist. I haven't built my own yet. That's going to take me time to do that. Let's go to this one. Oh, that's the same. Let's try this one. Nope. What the heck is this stuff? Let's go into, let's see here. Moods. Let's float. Let's see what these are. Here we have this afternoon, as we float into Power Hour, and we're looking to see if AMC can climb back up to $14 a share. We're going to set you back here. And we are going to listen to Wake Up, It's Time to Go by Ava Lowe. Beats. Interesting. Some of this stuff is in the same thing as I am. I'm done with that. That was quick. Get out of here. Let's get with, let's see here. Electro. Get rid of floating. Let's see what this does. All right, so 1380. Again, you got your sellers slightly in control here since this morning, since we had the buyers. GameStop breaking down. You know, they're going to try and keep this thing at 200 today. It doesn't matter what they close at today. It really doesn't. This concerns me a little bit with AMC, but again, we're bouncing. If we bounce, and we did have a little bit of a bounce on the 5-minute off of the 180. Again, the red is the 200 period average. The white is a 50, or I'm sorry, is the 180 moving average, which I use to front run. And then the green is going to be your 50 period average. So these averages are based on a 5-minute chart. Now we'll drop down to a 30-second chart, and all of these are absolutely irrelevant as far as 30 seconds, buy, sell signals, etc. But nice bounce off the bottom at 57 cents, back up, still up 1.86% on the day. And again, the battle for AMC isn't going to be until tomorrow. But I'm definitely okay with the volume that we had today. You know, 108, that's pretty good. Considering GameStop's trading at what did we say, 18% of the volume or 19% of the volume? And we've traded 71% of our average volume today. So that actually is pretty good. If we're looking at the NASDAQ, is now down 355, down 2.63%. S&P is down 49 points, 1.25%. And the Dow has even turned to the south, 109 down on the Dow. And now, you know, a little bit of green in the banks. Why? Because we're all trading. They're making their money. They don't care which way the market goes. All the tech, NVIDIA, wow, down to 512. Crazy. Tesla, where's Tesla at? 660. 660 on Tesla. We can watch this one for a second. And And let me go over here. And I'm gonna get ready. We had a $2.2 million buy-in, or not dollar, 2.2 million share buy imbalance yesterday on AMC. We'll see what it's going to be today. Okay. Okay. All right. I was getting, if there is a buy side imbalance, we'll take a look at that. Let me hide these and we'll get the level 2 quotes up and get those ready to go for us as well. Then take a quick look, confirm that I don't want to make any moves today. Yeah, I think I'm good. All right. Okay. All right, I think we're good here. News. Make this short. Hey, wrong one. Grab the wrong program. I want to see my Reddit feed. Ah, get up there. All right. So if we get any buy side imbalance, let's check top news real quick here to see if there's anything else. Nope, same stuff as we had from this morning. They haven't. Again, tomorrow there's not going to be any news, economic stuff out at all. So there won't be any good news tomorrow. So if you're looking for any good news tomorrow, it's not going to be in the market. So you have to be prepared for that. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I got the SQQQ still up. AMC. All right, so we're going to get any buy imbalances in about another 12 minutes. No news today. Zero news on AMC today. Absolutely zero. So if there is a buy side imbalance, it will show up in this news box, which is down here. And this is Street Smart Edge. I use Charles Schwab for some of my accounts, and I've got a few accounts with them. And so this is what I like to use. What you're seeing over here, again, if you're new to the channel, these are your time and sales. These are your level 2 quotes that show up on New York Stock Exchange, Amex, ARCA, or NASDAQ. I can choose where I send my orders. I just usually leave it on Smart. And then if I'm selling, I'll sell over here, and then I buy over here. So I try and make a market and add liquidity to the market, which gives me a discount on my trades, on my transaction fees with Charles Schwab. But I have to be patient. But if my numbers are close to my trading rules, then I'm good. S&P heading down further, folks. Making a turn for the worst. VIX going up 22.3. Holy cow. 22.3 minus. Wow, over a 3-point move in the VIX. Holy cow. Tesla trading down. Where's my Qs at? 14.12 now. Holy cow, what a ride. See, if I wasn't a degenerate retard, I would take some of that money off the table right now. And I would sell some of it. I just don't see any positive stuff coming out of the market. So the only chance I have of making money tomorrow on any of the stuff that I own long is AMC and shorting the market, SQQQs. GameStop, again, it's holding on to it here. $4.99. Let's get time of sales and let's see the bids and the asks. Any major walls here to look at? You almost got to go down to 3,200 shares, $13.95. You got 8,000 shares. Big time numbers at 84 cents. Or yeah, on the buy side. Sell side 10,000. There's some red. 84. But again, these walls that you see at 83, 84, they may be, the algorithms might be saying, okay, sell at 83. If anything hits on 83, then they say, oh, sell on 82. And they're trying to drive it down. And that's what they're doing. This is HFTs at work here. This isn't folks like you and me laying on the buy button saying, okay, give me my limit order. You know what? Screw it. I just want to participate. I'm going to do a market order. I don't do market orders. I've not placed. I can't even remember the last time I made a market order. The only front running I did this week is I said I've got a button programmed on my computer as an F function to basically go boom, boom, and sell everything in my portfolio. I'd rather not have to do that, and I'd rather do it individually, which is what I did this week. So, but I think AMC, I don't see it hitting 14 again today. Not with the volume that we're looking at here, and not with the, yeah. $82. So, you know, we're looking at this 82, 84. Charles Schwab on a 5-minute is telling me the resistance 1 level is at 1381, and that's right about where we just were, and now we're a tad below that, and it's got a different pivot level as well. It's pivot, got it right on that line. I can't even read it. I can't read the darn thing. Take it out to a 15-minute for a second here. 1340 something is the pivot. Okay. So this is the 5-minute chart. I don't know what the heck happened to my look at these 3 positions I got. Notice anything funny about these 3 positions I hold in AMC? Every single one of them is below where we're at, which is nice. Nice, nice, nice. So 1384. All right, 12:45, 15 minutes left in the market. Let's go over. Let's take another look at everything, see where we're at. 30-second chart, GameStop 198.07, down 5.6% on the day. We have AMC is still up 1.5, 1.9, right at 2%, 1.79 to 1.99%, up 24 cents on the day. Cinemark down, Palantir down, Rocket down, Tesla just taking a beating today, down 6.5%. And if you don't believe that somebody that got in at the 400s, let it ride up to 900 and held, and now is back at 655. If you don't think they're going to ask their spouse, their partner, their girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is over the weekend, hey, we've got a couple $100 profit in Tesla, maybe we should take it. No, it'll come back. It'll be fine. Elon's going to tweet about Dogecoin and Tesla Moon soon. Okay. I don't see it. All right, Ford down 22 cents. Nvidia getting hammered. I still have one call at 570 expiring tomorrow. Worthless. I don't even know what I paid for that thing. I'm already over it. All right, let's take a look at the other ones. AMD, God, everything down. AMD down 5%, Boeing down 2.95%, Chevron down 4%, GM down 1.59%, Intel down 2.8%, Microsoft down 2.5%, Roblox down, holy cow, Roblox down 9.88%, ExxonMobil down 4.8%, our buddies over at US Oil. Oh, I said 40, didn't I? Somebody sold it at 39.71. That was dumb. 39.87. We'll see. Indices. NASDAQ down 400 now. So NASDAQ down 4. These are taking a turn for the worse, folks. So nobody wants the risk over the weekend. S&P 500 down 1.53%. And the Dow down 165. And the VIX, look at this VIX. Hold on. Check this out. This thing rode back from 19.0 yesterday up to 22.5. So 19 divided 22.5, that is a negative sentiment in the market of 16% negative change in the market since yesterday, right before the FOMC meeting. QQQ's down 3%. The SQQQ's up 9%. I'm sorry I keep talking about those, but I talked about it earlier in the week. It's what I called. It's what I said I was going to do as a possibility, and then I went and did it. So 1379 now. So this is even AMC is struggling. But hey, the whole market's going down, folks. The entire market is getting hammered right now, and you're seeing it live here. But boy, that S&P, that NASDAQ is it going to turn? It's off the, whoops, I need a 30-second chart, sorry about that. There's no bottom. You got 10 minutes left. There could be a problem in aftermarket too. You could have a bunch of sell on market close orders too. I don't think you're going to have buy on market close orders into the weekend. We got 2 minutes before we get buy side indicators on AMC. So we got 2 more minutes before those are released. Let me get this back over here where it belongs. Usually this screen on my desktop monitors is on a 4K monitor that's 27 inches. Yeah, I've got 3 27-inch 4K monitors. These are 1080p monitors. These are 15.6 backup monitors that I use. So AMC 1384. But man, that S&P and NASDAQ 413 on NASDAQ. Watch this heat map go. Watch the rest of these turn red almost. They are very dull. Even the banks are barely hanging on. Tesla down 5.9, Amazon down 3, Google down 2.5, Microsoft down 2.6, Apple down 3.17. If you paid attention to the channel, wow, 1420. I should frickin' sell these. I should frickin' sell them. Unfortunately, right now I have diamond hands on shorting the market, which means my SQQQs, I'm holding them through the weekend. My calls, I'm sure, are up a ton right now as far as the percentage goes. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm up over 10,000 today. My SQQQs, I'm up 3.96% on the shares. My options, I'm up 29% on my options overall since I bought them. All right, GameStop, what are you doing? 198. Don't have enough buyers coming in. We do not have enough buyers coming in. We do on AMC. AMC took a little bit of turn. Got some buying going on. Let's go to our time in sales. So this is good. This is what happened pretty much every day this week. There we go. Holy cow. 230. Did you guys see that? 2,377,772 shares on the buy side. So let me put that into the chat. If it loads. Oh my God, what happened to my screen? Did Reddit go down? Hey, is Reddit down? All right, you got a buy side imbalance on AMC of 2,377 shares. Oh, stupid thing. There we go. 2,377. What the heck, pen? It is not cooperating. I can't get my Reddit to load. Yeah, I think Reddit's down. Can you guys get into Reddit? If somebody is on stream, if you're in a live thread on AMC stock, Reddit subreddit, if you want to post a buy side imbalance that I have up there. Oh, here we go. I'm getting it on my iPad. Okay. Okay, I posted it. I posted it in there. Nobody cares, but I throw it in there to help out the chat a little bit. So 1398. So we might hit this 14 here. All right. So let me close this. Wow, another 2.3 million shares. That's more than yesterday. That's about another 100,000 shares more on the buy side imbalance than we had yesterday, and that's why you're seeing these volume flows back into AMC here with 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. The VIX is trading down. S&P. Tiny bounce back up, but the VIX is still at 21.9, so it was almost 2.9% off of there. So again, the buy side imbalance. This is live stuff. 2,377,772 shares on the buy side for AMC. So people are plowing back in. What that means, again, if you're new to the channel, what that means is that the market makers for AMC, it's their responsibility, their whole goal in life. What they're tasked to do is to make liquidity and provide liquidity to the market. So that means these market makers cannot match the buy orders with enough sell orders to cover the buys. So they've got to make the liquidity. So they've got to go out and buy the shares. And that's why live right now you're seeing the this is what I got. Page unresponsive, exit page. I was able to post it on my iPad though. And so that's why we've got where are we at here? This is why you see AMC going up, and this is why you have problems with GameStop. Don't have the volume. We don't have the buy volume. All that money from GameStop is coming over to AMC, and now we're at 111. Are you kidding me? My guess was going to be 110 on volume for today. I'm not off by much. So we've traded 72% of the volume on a slow day. Again, tomorrow, folks, be very, very careful if you got stuff in the markets and you're profited. There is no news scheduled for tomorrow economic calendar. So no news scheduled on an economic calendar for tomorrow. As we're looking at AMC heading towards the close here, 1397 off of its bottom of 1357. Let's go to 30-second chart. We're live here. 4 minutes left to go. Nice pump, nice volume here. Let's go to the 3 minute and confirm the volume. Okay, volume confirmed on the last two sell sides up to 14.25, and we're above it, barely, but we're above it. You can go back here over to 13.65, and we're there. So this, you know, they're probably talking about in Reddit right now. I have no idea, but you know, this is awesome. $377,772. Okay. All right, cool. So here we go. 3 minutes left to go. $13.99. GameStop at 200. They might have an. I don't know. They're in a battle. I don't know why. They want to be. What's Reddit say? They want AMC to be 1401. It's probably the same thing going over on Wall Street Bets. Hold the line. Hold the line. Remember, stonks only go up. Diamond hands, baby. Diamond hands. Okay? These are my diamond hands right here. AMC. Yeah, my mobile I tried on my work laptop and it's not working. Yeah, weird. Yeah, Reddit, the Red Chat is still up. I posted a couple times about the buy side imbalance, but they're too busy screaming for 1401. So we've got 2 minutes left. Let's get over to the time and sales. Let's see if there's any other walls over there. Love my buy side imbalances. Works every day for me. All right, look, we can just sit and watch it. Whoops, my whole desk just went down. I got one of those desks that goes all the way up so you can stand up, but then I'd have to move my camera, angle it up. All right, so here we go. 2 minutes left in the market. Ha! 1 minute to go. 13.98. Just a little push, and it's hard. That's great. You can save, you know, $14 is fantastic if we hit it. I'm not making any more buys. I've got enough money into this thing. About how much do I have in there now? 60,000? I don't know. $60,000 in it, somewhere like that. A lot of red there. A lot of red. All your gray is going to be your dark pools. So we're 13.97 by 99. We got a 2-cent spread going on too. So you got some arbitrage HFTs, high frequency trading going on. 20 seconds left till close. Yep, get your popcorn night. It's popcorn time. 13.98, 13.98. Hey, you know what's going to do it? I think we're going to hit it. And I think we're going to hit it because of market on close. Market on buy. There we go. 14. Come on, baby. Boom. Told you. Right there, baby. Told you. Why did I know that? Why did I know we're going to hit it? Is everybody else is wondering? Has nothing to do with the Reddit stream. It's because we had a buy-side imbalance of 2.3 million shares. Market maker's got to cover those. He's got to provide liquidity at the end. And there's probably still doing a liquidity, so we might see some aftermarket buys. What our other buddies end up at? Look at that, 14. You cannot script this any better than this entertainment. You know, look, I hope you all made some money on something today. Your AMC shares you made money on. I have a feeling a lot of you probably lost some money on some things today, and you know, I apologize for that. I try and give guidance on where I think things are going to go in terms of a best guess for my own portfolio and my own portfolio only. If we look at where we ended up, wow, 153 on the Dow, over 400 on the NASDAQ, and 58 on the S&P. Me personally, my SQQQs, are you kidding me? Holy cow. So 1365 and a 1419. My triple Qs may be 4% today on 1,000 shares. So 14.9, just on my shares alone. My call options are up like 30%. Probably higher. GameStop 201.75, so nice push at the end on them as well. Oh, I didn't check if they had a buy side. I bet they did. They probably did based on the fact that they covered above 200. Yep, there it is. All right, so buy side, 119,000 shares. Okay, so think about this for a second. So here's some math: 119,000 shares times 200. So 23,800,000. Okay, so GameStop buy side imbalance of 23,800,000. Okay, now we're going to look at the AMC, and we're going to do the same thing. And sorry about that. Aftermarket, we're up 5 cents, 6 cents up to 1406 because of this. So now we have 2,377,772 shares times 14. Here's the buy side difference. You had $23 million at play in GameStop. You see it? You guys see that? $33,280,000 of buy side imbalance on AMC. I'm right on this. I called it earlier in the week when I said the money was flown out of GameStop and into AMC. I got yelled at on Reddit over it. But I talked about everything I've been talking about on this channel for the last month, or for the last 3 weeks of streaming, which is when I started. Is I do my due diligence on this thing. I look at the inflows, I look at the buy sells, I look at the call put ratio, I look at my own holdings, and so far it's working out pretty good. But again, my goal on this stock, just so you all know, my personal goal on this stock is what? If you've been in the channel for a long time, you know what the number is. What number am I looking at as far as the goal on the stock? The same one I compare it to from a fundamental place. I think these are converging. I think Cinemark Holdings and AMC are converging, and where they converge is still the question. Now, I think it's in the $23 range, but the fact that Cinemark is only down today 2.4%, but they're off of their high 2.8%, right? So looking at where they're at and what they're doing, Vanguard. You think Vanguard is wrong when they purchased millions of shares on March 1st? Do you think Fidelity is wrong when they basically averaged down on the 17th yesterday and bought about 1 million shares or so in their mutual funds? All that's public information now. Yes, Knight, you're right. $25 Cinemark is what I was talking about. And so if Cinemark was 25 when I was talking about AMC converging, that could be where we end up. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Would I love this thing to go to 100? Yeah, if it goes to 100, I'm a freaking millionaire. I'm a millionaire to the tune of $4.5 million. Oh, wait a minute. Times, I'm sorry, $451,000. I need $200 a share in order to be a millionaire off of this. I don't have that much skin in the game, but I've got a decent amount of skin in the game. So how much do I have exposure to AMC? Again, one of these days I'll get comfortable with showing you guys my balances and my accounts. I'm not there yet. You'll have to forgive me. Account details, position. AMC, my cost basis on all my AMC is $21,770. My positions are valued at $40,137. So I'm up 118.33% P&L, live P&L on AMC. And that is 36% on the stock, 93% on my April options, and 128% on my AMC my tomorrow options. My triple Qs that I just bought yesterday, the 1,000 shares of SQQQ, which is a short position, I'm up 3.94%. My 150 call options, shorting the market for April 16th on $15 calls, I'm up 27.2%. That comes out to an overall gain of $4,300. And so my short position right now in the overall market is 27,501. Those short positions are worth 31,815, holding them over the weekend. Reddit says 1,000 though. I know, dude. Dude, if that damn thing hit 1,000, and what I'll probably do is this: whenever and wherever it goes, I'm probably, I may pare some back and take some profit. If I can take, at least 20,000 of profit off of it to equal the loss I had on my NVIDIA calls, the ones I sold yesterday, that lost me about 14 grand. I want to make that back. I have different goals for my accounts, but today, overall, my portfolios, I'm up $10,276.50 today. So that makes for a nice day. But you have to understand, I'm mature in the market. I've been around a long time. I think 25 is more realistic, but I guess anything can happen. Yeah, thank you. It was a very good day. But dude, you have to remember yesterday, I don't know if you were around yesterday, but yesterday is when I bought those short positions. I was down 4 grand. So I literally made a $8,000 reversal today, being right. I just did those buys. I shorted the market before the FOMC call because I didn't think those guys would lie as much as they did. And then the truth started to come out, and then there's no more good news. So I got lucky on my triple Qs, shorting them. At some point, I'm going to have to sell those things and take profits, but I'm going to ride it. And because I still think we got a ways to go. The problem that I see is tomorrow there's no economic news coming out. Anybody with profits is going to look at the COVID news coming out over the weekend. That's what they're probably going to be talking about in the markets. They're going to be talking about the correction today. They're going to be talking about the NASDAQ correcting over 3%. Again, my initial drop, I was looking for 7, then 9, then 20 on the NASDAQ as far as downside support levels. The Dow was down 153, down 0.5%, and the S&P 500 was down about 1.5%. So all the talking heads are probably going to talk about corrections and where it could go next. And the same stuff I was talking about earlier in the week, they're going to be talking about on their live boxes tomorrow. I just tend to front run my own stupid opinion and being wrong, and I'm wrong a lot. I'm right more than I'm wrong, and I'm wrong to a lesser degree overall, I think. No, that's a true statement. So again, not stock advice, not taxable advice. I'm just some idiot on the internet talking about his trades while he does them or after he does them as well. I remember that, haha. Yeah, exactly. So it definitely a good day for AMC again. That puts us up over the last week, 34.14% over the last week. So that includes last Friday. GameStop down 22%. Tesla over the last week down 6.54. So down 6.93 today. The QQQs, which is the opposite of what I bought, they don't show a whatchamacallit. The SQQQs, I don't think they give me. They don't. Wait a minute. Hold on. Ah! I didn't want to go there. Go back. Go back, Jack. Leave. Yes. Oh man. Sorry about this. Give me a second. Let it load. I'm gonna buy a new laptop. I have to. I can't handle this slow stuff. But the reason why this stuff is slow is the streaming software I use. Streamlabs, I don't use the OBS because I want to be able to dual stream. But Streamlabs software is killing this laptop. It absolutely kills it. When I stop streaming, all my charts on my external monitors crank. They do fantastic. But if I start streaming, then everything is like it's lagging a little bit. Okay, so 201 on GameStop, up 0.37%. Again, the SQQQs do not show performance over the last week. But all I care about is that I'm in those things at 1363. or 1365. I keep saying 63. So 1365 is where I bought the triple Qs or S triple Qs yesterday, and it was somewhere around what time was here's when the Fed started talking. Right? Oh, at 11. Here's where he started talking. So right before here, I think right around here is when I bought my S triple Qs, and I shorted the market, buying in at 1365. And then all afternoon, I was like, uh-oh, as the S&P mooned and everybody thinks everything's great. And then in the pre-market, then on the open, it ran up in the last hour, though. It came back in the last hour, and then I thought I was pretty much going to be okay. And sure enough, in the pre-market this morning, it tanked to the upside. The market tanked, and the VIX was going crazy up. And then I just rode that all the way today. So I didn't sell anything. I didn't take any profits. And I don't plan on, Monday, I think, tomorrow's going to be interesting because there's no news coming out. And I think that with no news coming out, with all this crap, this is all they have to talk about over the weekend. They have two things to talk about over the weekend. That the NASDAQ corrected 3% today. And what's its next stop down? Because now they need the clickbait. They need the viewers. And then they're going to talk about COVID. We'll see what the Sunday talk shows look like over the weekend when I prepare my Monday stuff, and I'll be looking at the futures market. But I think I'm right on this, at least near term. At some point, I'll reverse. I probably won't sell these at a top before the market reverses, but the more the market goes down, the more I'm going to make money on it. Again, if I've been at this a little bit, and taking short positions is the most dangerous thing you can do with your money. Don't do it. You will lose your shirt. But I'm up $4,000 right now on it. I have a $21,000 buy, so that's not too shabby for really a day and a half of market work so far. All right, let's look at the post market on these real quick. So GME. If you guys got any quick symbols, I can look them up as well. Yeah, Nice says, yeah, Streamlabs did the same to me. I switched to Stream Elements, which helped a little. Oh, I gotcha. I think I have that too. I think I have Stream Elements in there. I don't know. This laptop I bought on sale on Black Friday, sat in a box for 2.5 months. Didn't even open it. And it's an HP. But if I'm just using it as for trading by itself for a mobile trader, it's fantastic. That's why I got 2 mobile monitors I can fold up and just take with me. Super flat, and this is a touch screen too, so I can move stuff around on my on this monitor, and I can do stuff on it because it's touch screen. It completely folds over to equal a 15.6-inch tablet as well, so it came pretty good. All right, so we've got GameStop in the post market. Whoops, let's go over to it. Let's hit the 30-second, and we're down 8 cents in the post market on GME. So GME today, let's get the final numbers on volume. 11.589 divided into 58.274. So it traded 20% of its daily volume. AMC 120.661. 120.661 divided into 152.314. AMC trades 79% of its volume. So AMC trades 79% of its volume, and that's why, see this 7 cents right here? Now we're back to our buy side imbalance again, aren't we? That market maker, guess what he had to do? Liquidity. Sorry, dude, you gotta settle those orders today. You can't go home until they're settled. If you gotta go buy shares because you don't hold enough hedged positions, you have to buy those shares. That's why it's up that 7 cents. That 7 cents is equal to that 2.3 million shares that the market makers had to provide liquidity in the market to fill on the buy side imbalance for AMC. You only had 300,000 on GME. Those were eaten up in the first minute or so, and then it dropped back down again. So, all right, I believe that Sticky Art. Can you look at over on where you at here? Oh, that was 8 minutes ago. Okay, I hope you're still hanging out. So on YouTube, we got a question on EAR. Is that EARI? Entertainment Arts Research is that the one, Sticky Art? Well, yeah, Arts Research probably, because you have art in your name. Yeah, I don't do penny stocks, dude. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. 13 and a half cents. Doesn't meet my risk profile. I'm too old for these things, but I wish you luck. Unless you were talking about Ergo. That wasn't an L, is it? Nope. Ergo, unless you're talking about Ergo, which doesn't trade any volume, 355,000 shares. I don't even know what they do. So, EARI. What do they do? Buying trend. Looking at news on them. No chart to look at. Yeah, I don't know anything about them. Sorry. Just does not hit my risk profile. So I apologize. Okay, back to AMC. But thank you for the question, though. I really appreciate you hanging out and the question. All right, so back to AMC. So up 9 cents in the aftermarket. So that's good news, up to 14.09. And I believe that is going to do it for today. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Wheelin81, thanks for hanging out. And Sticky over on YouTube, thanks for stopping by and asking the question. I always appreciate the questions because I like to do that research. So strap in for tomorrow. I'll have a different shirt than this one tomorrow. Shirt today, stocks only go up. I got one more to wear tomorrow, and we'll show you that one. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning, about a half an hour or so before. I'm not going out anywhere tonight, so about a half an hour before the markets open. I will be here. I will be on time. And thanks for tuning in. I'm Crypto Sonar. You're watching the Crypto Sonar channel, and a live commentary every day from 9 to 11:30 Eastern and from 2:30 to 4 o'clock for Power Hour on the close. And I usually leave the charts up in between. So have a great day. Have a great evening. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye now.